I want you to meet Jeff Ortiz. He's a Republican and operations manager from Ames. He's the co-chair of the Story County GOP. Jeff.
Welcome back to Iowa.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Yes, great to have you. I have a short question, but it's a very complex one. What is your comprehensive plan to fix our crisis at the border?
That is a very complex issue. And I will tell you, I am the only candidate that has not just talked about it. I'm the only candidate this cycle that's actually gone to the border. I went to 400 miles of that border. You're not ready for what I saw. When you get up in the morning, you get your coffee and you watch the news. When these ranchers get up in the morning, they get their coffee and they go see if anyone died trying to cross the fence. They pick up whatever little kids were left behind and they turn them over to Border Patrol. I met with multiple sheriffs and they said before 7 a.m. they round up illegal immigrants, the ones they can capture. They turn them over to Border Patrol. And then Border Patrol documents them and releases them until their court date years from now. And then when I asked Border Patrol about their job, they said, "You want to know what our job is? We're glorified babysitters. They don't let us do our job." 5 million illegal immigrants. We had enough fentanyl cross that border that would kill every single American. Number one cause of death of adults 18 to 49, fentanyl. Don't think for a second China doesn't know what they're doing when they send it over. So the way we would deal with that is when I was governor, I passed one of the toughest illegal immigration laws in the country. We did a mandatory E-Verify program that made businesses prove that the people they hired were here legally. We will do a national E-Verify program. We will defund sanctuary cities once and for all. We will stop giving the hundreds of billions of dollars of handouts to illegal immigrants. We will go back to remain in Mexico because guess what? Nobody wants to remain in Mexico. We will keep the provisions of Title 42, and instead of catch and release, we will go to catch and deport. That is the way we will stop the bleeding on our border. We have to do this. And when it comes to the cartels, we treat them like the terrorists that they are. We get our special operations military, and we go in and we capture them just like we've gone after terrorists before, and we wipe them out. We've got to realize we are losing Americans by the day, and we've got to stop, whether it's the fentanyl coming across, whether it's illegal immigrants coming across, we've got to close the border.
So just a point of on the fentanyl issue, because it is such an important issue. Most of the fentanyl, and this is not an excuse for it, but most of the fentanyl that comes into this country illegally from Mexico, a lot of it from Chinese supplies to Mexico, comes through ports of entry, and it's smuggled by American citizens. I mean, the immigration crisis notwithstanding, the fentanyl crisis is about 90% of it's irrelevant to that.
Which is why you sanction China immediately. China knows what they're doing. Sanction them. There's nothing that they dislike more than when we hit their wallets. And you sanction them and you let them know that we're on to them. We make sure their cartels know that we're on to them, and we start to deal with that. We have to, the number one, we've lost more people to fentanyl than the Iraq, Afghanistan, and Vietnam wars combined. Think about that. That's a terrible thing. Standing by and not doing anything is unacceptable. We've got Americans dying every day, so we have to do that. And it's important to know these are not druggies that are taking fentanyl. In some cases, these are kids that just ordered Adderall online to help take a test. I talked with some parents a month ago, and that's how they lost their son. He just took a pill from someone